We've got so much to get into. How are you both?
What do you mean we got so much to get into? It was an international break, wasn't it?
Oh, there's loads going on, mate.
What?
Football,
There was football this weekend.
loads of
Beautiful
football. Don't
stuff.
try it. Don't try it. Beautiful
Are
football.
you supporting Salford City? That must be the closest club
No,
to
I
Man
didn't
United.
support anyone this weekend. I treated it like an international break and I had the weekend off.
Mate, there's so much going on, though. This is the beauty of football at this point in the season. It's just endless, isn't it?
Yeah.
The debate going on at Tottenham, Manchester United under Carrick, obviously the issues with Arsenal. We've got so much to get into.
You'll meet Ryan Reynolds.
I won't meet Ryan Reynolds.
You might.
No, I'm
You
supposed. I'm on the director's side. You'll know about this. You'll know about this.
Hugh
I'm
Jackman.
not. No, I'm not on Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's side. I'm on the director with the Italian surname.
Yeah.
You know this issue. They hate each other. I'm definitely on the director's side. So yeah, it'd be great to knock them out the cup.
What if they were like contacted you to be in their documentary and that? Because they're doing they're still doing the Disney doc.
Yeah, they keep
Does that
filming
still
it. don't
happen?
they? Yeah.
Yeah,
Never
I mean,
ending.
What if they're like, we need to
The
get
thing is,
Chelsea Rory on this documentary?
If you want to talk about Wrexham, and obviously we're going to talk about the FA Cup, but Wrexham are going to be in the Premier League, aren't they? Like, it is going to happen.
Well, we were on the overlap the other day and Rooney said he wanted Wrexham to come to the Premier League. And you kind of had a reaction to that.
Yeah. I like Josh Windass.
Yeah.
And I also like what Wrexham once were. That old racecourse ground, knocking
Mickey
Arsenal
Thomas
out of
and
the
all
cup.
that.
Mickey Thomas, absolutely. Right? I like Wrexham. I've got no issue with the club. I wouldn't like any club that has effectively become a Hollywood project. That I have no major issue with Wrexham. If Coventry City became a Hollywood project, I wouldn't like that.
Devil's advocate, is it hypocritical as a Chelsea fan
Because
because of the Roman thing? I know it's not Hollywood.
no, I don't. I think it's different. I really don't like the intrusion of Hollywood. Like, I'm being very specific. I'm not talking about benefactors. I'm not even talking about state ownership or anything like that. I'm talking like specifically Hollywood.
Yeah.
I think that there is a major problem with the Americanization of football in this country. And obviously, one of the biggest movie stars in the world having a major say over what's going on at a club like Wrexham, it doesn't really chime with the way I see the game. But I probably need to modernise because that's the way the game's
I
going.
mean, they're all like now. Tom Brady's at Blues, Michael B. Jordan at Bournemouth. They're all got their hands in the football
The
pie.
thing is,
at the
it's the
minute.
motivation, isn't it? It's like, why? Why do you want to be involved? If for some reason Michael B. Jordan happened to like when he was filming The Wire.
Idris Elba told him about football. And that.
Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe that's what's happened. I don't know. Did Ryan Reynolds study at Llanelli University or something and like fall in love with Wrexham? Or is it just business?
I think they get attracted to the storylines in football.
Yeah.
and the emotions
arcs.
of it.
They need
and
an arc.
The way
journey.
the
Wait till they
games and-
spend 10 years in the Championship. They don't get out of it. It's hardly
Mate, they're
to
coming
get
up
out.
this
I don't know
year.
if they get. No, they're not getting on the.
Where do you
fuck
sit
shit.
on the
I
Wrexham
hope you
debate?
smash.
Do you
I
like
hope you
the-
smash them 25-0 and you
you?
break all British football records.
Yeah.
I hope they don't get into Premier League ever. In
I
my
went
lifetime.
to see United in pre-season, and it was weird because we played a proper pre-season game against, I think, Real Madrid in Houston. But at the same time, like the next day, we played Wrexham at the Snapdragon Stadium in San Diego, and I stayed for that one because I just prefer San Diego. But it was basically all about Wrexham.
Yeah.
The whole, outside the ground, it
Yeah,
was all
yeah.
about
It was
Wrexham.
the journey
And you
of
could take a football shirt and swap it for a Wrexham shirt. Like, they were allowing you to do that. They were trying to get fans just so on board with what they were doing. But there were a lot of people, and I think I've told this story before. It was quite funny. Our goalkeeper took out, what's their striker's name? Scouse lad?
Windass.
Scouse lad?
Oh, no, I know who you mean.
Mullen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mullen.
yeah.
So he took him out, and Mullen had an injury to his ribs and got taken off the pitch. So they spent the rest of the game booing. I think it was like Bishop who was in goal for us. And then we swap halves. So the goalkeeper that comes to this end now, the Wrexham goalkeeper, they start booing him.
They get it
thinking
wrong.
that it's still
Yeah.
the same guy.
Yeah.
And they hadn't switched
Yeah,
lines.
yeah,
It was
amazing.
proper funny, man.
You'll deal with them quite well. I thought Hull City could have been a bit of a challenge away from home. Some of these younger players for Chelsea sometimes maybe don't quite find the level in a
Yeah,
tough
yeah.
game versus a high quality game. But and Hull City are doing well in the Championship, so you managed them very
we
well.
made light work of it. It was great to do that as well. Just like a professional win. I often think that these are the most impressive things that you can do. Like, I was far more on some level. Manchester City just dispatching Fulham the way that they did was more impressive than what they did at Anfield. In the way that what Manchester United did also to Fulham actually was sort of more impressive than what they did at the Emirates. Just because the emotion isn't there, the occasion isn't there. It's about getting the job done, being professional.
Yeah.
And look, we've put in a very professional performance there. The only thing I would say is we were very good, but Hull are abysmal. I know they've got other things going on. They're not focused on winning the FA Cup. But
Well, we kind of want to talk about that. Like you see Hull kind of not taking it seriously. Is that right to say?
Yeah, I mean, you could almost argue that Chelsea, it's not that we didn't take it seriously, we did, but we're half rotated.
But the Premier League clubs, especially the big boys, have the luxury of doing that. They've got 25, 30-man squads where
They just
they've
look
spent
fatigued.
loads of money on it. They can do it and still be a strong enough team to beat Hull. But when other sides, like, you know, bottom of the league teams and mid-table teams and championship sides aren't taking it seriously, I find that a bit... The magic's gone there as well.
I know the answer to this. If you really want to do it, it's a sad story though. I'm going to kind of deflate you both.
Go on.
It's just money.
Yeah,
It's obviously money. You know, if I were to ask you, do you know the answer to how much money? Was it on this show that we worked it out? How much money you get if you win the League Cup?
Yeah, it's like 3 million, 4 million.
No,
For winning the League Cup.
no, it isn't. Do you know? Just take a stab in the dark. How much do you think you get?
What, the club?
Prize?
No, wait, it's like 3 or 4 million for the Europa League. I think it was like 500,000 or
1.5
something like
mil?
that. No, hundreds of thousands.
100 grand.
Oh, wow.
Oh, not even hundreds, singular.
100 grand. And this is why, you know,
Doesn't even cover
really
one of the
annoyed.
players' weekly wage.
Mate, I was really annoyed when Chelsea were prioritising a league game against Brentford rather than a League Cup game against Arsenal semi-final. But the reason is obvious, because if you're not in it for the glory, if you're in it for the money, finishing one place up in the league gets you 3 million quid more. Winning this silverware means nothing.
Yeah.
100 grand.
Yeah.
So I think that's why. But it is sad because there are so many teams who I feel like could really try and win the cup that still seem to not do it.
Well, Everton are a great example,
Exactly.
aren't they? Everton. Even Arsenal, on some level, it's ironic. The last thing they ever won is the FA Cup in 2020. They've never been this far since.
No.
Obviously, they did very well against Wigan. I'm not saying that, but yeah, some of these big sides don't take it seriously.
You know-
I don't think City did. I don't think City certainly didn't in the FA Cup against you lot. Like when United beat City in the FA Cup final, all the lads were on the night out the night before.
We did that.
That's crazy.
We did that when we played Arsenal. It might have been, it would have been. When we played Arsenal, we could have won a double. Just for the record, you're both spoiled doubles. We, in our entire history, have won the double once. Once, Ancelotti. We had the opportunity. We'd won the league. We're then playing an Arsenal team that we were better than. And, like, Diego Costa's pissed.
Yeah, maybe Man United still win that final, but I'm just saying, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
You know what was disappointing for me as well, or kind of removes the magic out of the cup and out of football. I know there's a lot more football on TV nowadays than there was when I was a kid, but every single FA Cup game was behind a paywall.
No, I don't think that's quite true because I watched Chelsea Hull and I
Okay.
don't have whatever.
But it was like
provide.
on one day in particular, every
All the
game.
weekend fixtures that I was trying to watch were behind a paywall,
Right.
which
That's
is crazy.
depressing.
Across the weekend, the Friday night, people might be coming back from school, work.
Yeah, yeah.
The weekend fixtures were hidden behind a wall.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I think the FA Cup's got real issues in terms of, I think it needs to be a seeded competition. It's a bit of a minority view. But I think if you're Macclesfield, you knock out the holders of the FA Cup, one of the biggest upsets in the history of the competition, Crystal Palace. And then they get Brentford next, with all due respect. They
So
should
what
have
do you
got
think they should do?
Arsenal next. They should have got Manchester City. They should have got Manchester United if they were in it, or Chelsea, whoever.
Right.
Like Brentford next. It's
But isn't that-
flat? It should be like Wimbledon. It should
But
be
wouldn't they
seeded.
want an easier draw?
No, they'd want the biggest draw possible as
That's
early as
not
possible.
easy. If they're going to get an easy draw, they need to get QPR in a
Yeah,
cup. We
Brentford's-
can't win a
yeah,
cup
yeah,
game. Yeah.
You end up
it's
getting
difficult
like
when
a
they're out.
middling championship side or a middling Premier League side that don't really care about it. They just beat you anyway.
Yeah.
Like straight away into the fourth round, it should be seeded. If you're Yeovil Town and you've knocked out whoever it is, Ipswich,
come
you
to
should get
this,
into a
Vic?
Premier League game.
How has it come to this? Because it's a very swift turnaround. Because anyone my age, 100% would prioritise a cup. I feel like most people, like there isn't a huge chasm between our age groups, right?
Our parents' generation wouldn't have known in casual conversation necessarily who the league winners were that year. But
Well, they know the
everyone in
FA
the
Cup,
country
yeah.
knows the FA Cup winners.
It's
It
true.
says a lot. And the only way we get back to that excitement is putting it behind no paywall except for one or two games, whatever. All BBC, all ITV, and seeding.
But I just
Even
don't
YouTube
understand-
fixtures,
I
man.
just come on YouTube. Yeah, I agree. What I don't understand though, like in 1970, it's a thing that any Chelsea fan will always talk about because we won the cup. It was the most watched event after the Queen's coronation. That's how big it was. And Chelsea fans, when we won the cup in 1970, felt like we'd had a better season than the team that won the league. Like the gap between the cup and the league, you didn't necessarily win if you won the cup. If you won the league, it wasn't seen as being. Whereas it's got to the stage now where, say a club like Arsenal or Man City are both good examples here. If Arsenal or Man City end this season with only the FA Cup, Guardiola doesn't get sacked as such. Arteta possibly does. Guardiola might move
Van
on.
Gaal got sacked.
Van Gaal got
The
sacked.
day he won it.
Exactly, yeah.
Conte did. Conte
The day
won the
he
cup.
won it, he got sacked.
Chelsea fans will tell you that Antonio Conte. Do you know what they say? Chelsea fans, a lot of them, they'll go like this. I'll go Conte's one of our best ever managers, and they'll go, "Oh mate, that second season, what? When we finished 5th and beat Man United in the FA Cup final, that's not a bad. Like,
yeah.
I don't get it. I really don't.
The only way to get the drama back is making sure that every time there's a giant killing in the early rounds, there's a non-league side, they always get the opportunity to bring a big Premier League club, the biggest available, to their home.
Do you think they always want that though? Because they're going to go out.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
They might.
Why not?
But Macclesfield might want.
I think they're more likely
in
to
the
go
draw,
out.
they could get someone easy in the draw. Is that not? I don't know. I don't know.
But if games were seeded, which is kind of unfair in the first place because now you're pitting the bigger teams and you're going to have less shocks, right? But then if that team beats the team that's seeded, they get their seed.
Yeah.
Or pause.
I think, well, we've got to maximise the biggest. There's always going to be upsets in the FA Cup, but we've got to maximise a reward. If you knock out Palace and you're Macclesfield, right, a very old football club, we don't realise Macclesfield's a very old football club, right? And they've knocked out Crystal Palace. They're never going to get back to that level doing it consistently. They're not a Premier League club. They never will be, right? Arguably. They get Brentford next, who are smaller than Palace.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I think it's crazy the way that the FA Cup is now seen as some sort of inconvenience.
And what do you think has led to, because people always say the cup's getting disrespected. Do you think it's just a financial thing where now the clubs have to prioritise other things because how important the money is?
I understand some clubs prioritising other things, right? I do. You know, if Arsenal or Man City decided we're going to play a weekend side in the cup, we're not going to take the cup seriously. I kind of get it. I wouldn't want my club to do it, and I don't really want them to do it, but I totally can rationalise it. It makes sense. If Guardiola went, look, we're not that good this year, but we might win the league, we're going to swerve the FA Cup. Makes sense. It's the other clubs, like Buvey mentioned Everton. Like, how are Everton not doing everything that they possibly can to win this cup?
Villa.
Crazy.
Villa, Leeds. Like,
They put a strong lineup.
Like you look at the winners,
strong.
the previous winners, right? You got Palace, United, City, Liverpool, Leicester, Arsenal, City, Chelsea, Arsenal, United, Arsenal. Before Wigan, which was in 2012-13. Like, it's always been one of the big boys. And Leicester, I know Palace won it, and maybe that's a little bit of an anomaly. They're still a big club. Who was the other team that
Wigan.
won it?
Leicester.
Leicester won it, but they were Premier League champions a year or two.
Yeah.
Well, not maybe 3
Well,
years
they
before
beat
that.
us in the final
It's
as
Leicester,
well.
Wigan, and Portsmouth in my lifetime, really, that are shocks. And
The
Millwall got
anomalies.
to semi-finals when
Yeah.
I was really young, and
Yeah, the League Cup's had its little moments as well. Didn't Swansea get to a final?
that's the League Cup, yeah. Oh, yeah,
Birmingham
the League
City
Cup,
won
yeah.
it.
Birmingham
Birmingham,
City, Swansea
Beat
City.
Arsenal, didn't they?
Bradford City got to the
Bradford
final.
got to the final. They lost 5-0, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it's the money. I don't think people, and I don't particularly, like you said, I don't think like the big teams, in quotation marks, particularly disrespect it. I think they just have to utilise their squad. Like it just has to be done. And the amount of football now being played as well.
So, okay, you're in a situation this year where, imagine you were still in the cup. If you could win the cup or qualify for the Champions League, what would you choose? Really difficult, isn't it? Because of the money and
My
what it
heart
means.
goes win the cup, and then my head goes, you want to be back in the Champions League. What does it mean? I hate saying this, but what does it mean financially for United and what they can do in terms of, I
Cup
think
wouldn't do anything for you. You'd forget it in a heartbeat. You would, respectfully. You won so many of them. The Champions League could give you a platform for 10 years. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wanna challenge for a
Man
league
United's
title and-
tricky. But you know how like Arsenal and Tottenham, I know Tottenham fans keep talking about this European thing they won last year, but let's put it in context. Since 1991, Gaza in the team, they've won 3 trophies. They're meant to be a great cup
2
team.
League Cups and a Europa League. Is it?
2 League Cups and a Europa League. How can they rotate in this I suppose because they might get relegated.
Yeah.